Hi, everybody. This is Pastor Meg here, coming to you from a tiny chair in the Godly Playroom. In case you're curious, we are past Advent and into Christmastide. And today, as I record this, it is January 6th, and that is the Feast of Epiphany. And that is when we remember the Magi coming to honor the Christ child after their very long journey. And the feast of Epiphany and the celebration of Three Kings Day, as it's also called, is something that is one of my very favorite traditions that we have at Oak Church, because we always have a joint service with Mount Sinai, which formerly known as Kanu. It's the Spanish-speaking congregation that meets in the same building as we do, just a little later in the day on Sundays. Anyway, we get together and we get to participate in their celebration of Three Kings Day. And I will never forget the first time that we did this. I remember Pastor Ricardo detailing how when he was a little boy growing up, he would leave a box of grass that he had pulled from his yard under his bed, so that when the wise men came to bring him gifts, which was his tradition growing up, that the camels that brought the wise men would be able to snack on the grass as they came through. So celebrating Three Kings Day and exchanging gifts on Three Kings Day is something that is foundational and customary for a lot of folks, especially folks in Latin American and Spanish-speaking countries. Matt's mom grew up in Spain and has told me about leaving hay out for the camels and waiting for them to come by and bringing the Magi and leaving her some Christmas presents. So, all that is to say, I love this tradition. And part of this tradition at Oak Church with Mount Sinai, if you have kids in the room, you might want to pause, actually, because I'm going to tell you something that's a little bit secret. Okay. Part of the service on Three Kings Day is that the three kings actually show up and hand out presents to all the children. And it's really, really fun. I just finished shopping for presents for Oak Kids. They're not huge, like around the $5 mark. But it is so much fun to do this every year with them. And so it's really sad for me to think about having to modify this tradition that I love so much in order to make it safer. But I wanted to talk to you, especially to parents who are trying to weigh whether or not to come on Sunday. I wanted to talk to you about the ways that we have tried to make this as safe as we can in light of Omicron and the continuing other variants of COVID. And also ways that you can participate and that your kids can participate in this really special Sunday if you choose not to come. So first of all, what we're going to do to try to make it as safe as possible. First of all, we're all going to be masked as usual. And we are moving the service a little bit later. That's not for safety, but just as a reminder, we'll have a coffee hour outside on the front porch from 10 to 11 for anyone who comes early, or who, wants to come early or accidentally comes early. And then at 11 o'clock, we'll have the service. Everyone will be masked per usual. We're going to try to keep it short and sweet. In years past, we've had all the children come up front and sit on the floor in a big group. We're not going to do that this year. We're going to have families sit together in the pews and encourage folks to spread out. And then the Magi will bring gifts to the seated families. So those are the things that we're doing in addition to what we normally do. Other years when we've celebrated this, we've had a big potluck afterwards, and of course we're not going to do that. But those are the things that we're going to do to try to make it as safe as possible to gather. You may still decide that this is not something that you feel comfortable with, that worshiping in person this week is just not something that you're willing to do, and that is totally fine. We will live stream the service, and if you have a child, the Magi have a gift for your child, and if you reach out to me before Sunday, I can even try to get you the gift before Sunday morning. So when you're watching the live stream, you can pull out the gift and give it while the Magi are distributing gifts there. And if not, I can deliver gifts to you, or you can come pick them up at the church later. Just let me know. You can email me, meg@oakdurham.org. And just let me know your preferences. But there is a gift for every child, even if they are not able to come on Sunday. So I don't want any families to be at home watching the live stream and having sad children watching all these other kids get presents, and they don't get any. So yes, please know, every child has a present. I think that's everything that I needed to update y'all about. But yeah, I also wanted to just give you a little word of encouragement. Yeah, I mean, in this season that is so hard in so many ways for so many people. I have been reminded over and over how incredible it is that Christ came as a person and that God is with us in the hard stuff, with us in the hard decisions, with us in joyful things, that God is truly present. And what a humbling it was for Christ to become fully human and to subject himself to just the daily stuff of life, and also to illness and disease and decay, all the stuff that human bodies are prone to. What a gift. So anyway, I hope that you are having a wonderful week and that you have a wonderful Epiphany, and that God's Spirit continues to reveal more and more about God, and God's great love for you every day, but especially in this Epiphany season. Bye.